Hi everyone, my name is Sarah and this is Sarah's Creative Corner and this is episode 3. I am coming to you on, let's see what's today, February 15th. It's a Thursday. It's kind of chilly and just here to update you on all the things over the past week and everything that I am up to, and I also have a few acquisitions today. So I guess the first thing I can chat about is what I am wearing. I am wearing the Mosseaux sweater by Espace Tricot, and I knit it up in Magpie fibers feather base in their Bougie Beaver colorway. This is actually my first sweater that I've ever made. It was pretty easy, has some like nice positive ease, and I really like the sleeves, like the kind of balloony sleeves. The only gripe that I have it is just the yarn. It's a little prickly, so I have to wear like something underneath it, particularly like a long sleeve shirt. So that's what I normally do. I just wear like a turtleneck or something under it, and that's totally fine. But yeah, I just find that this mohair is a little more prickly than others, but that might just be me. But otherwise I really like it. Really pleased with the sweater, especially for it being my first one and doing like the I-cord bind off and like casting on an I-cord and then like doing that. So yeah, it's one of their samples in the store, and as soon as I saw it, I had to have it, and I actually got this sweater quantity when they first opened almost 3 years ago now at Maryland Sheep and Wool, like that weekend. I went for their like opening day, and I got this, and it was such a pleasure to knit, and I think it was a good way to kind of like dip my toe into sweater knitting. And it's just a circular yoke, so you just do increases throughout, and it's a free pattern. And yeah, I wear it pretty frequently. I do find that sometimes like the mohair will get a little matted down, so I'll need to get like some sort of like mohair brush just to liven it back up, especially like under the arms, but who's really looking under there anyway. So yeah, that is what I'm wearing. So the next thing is actually a finished object. Let me grab that. I have it on a hanger, be a little professional. It is my Uptown Pullover. So you want to take a look? I'm trying to see. So okay, back here I was like here at the sleeve, finished that, and then I was here on the body and finished the body. So I finished this last night, did the I-cord bind off, and I think it's really nice. I tried it on last night before like steam blocking it. I've only just steam blocked it now, and I think it's like the drape is really nice, and I think it'll just be a really nice like fall spring sweater since it has the lace sleeves. And yeah, it's kind of a balloonish sleeve, nothing that drastic. So I guess some specifications for it: I knit the 3rd size, and I knit it in Purl Soho's Good Wool. And I don't know if I just have shorter arms, but I did knit the sleeves to 14 inches, and then I blocked the sleeves last night with steam, and it just like relaxed down to 16 inches before the cuff. And yeah, I think it'll be like a nice gathered sleeve, maybe a little bit past my wrist, but that will be okay. And then I also knit the body a little bit longer. It calls for 9 inches, I believe, on the body, and I just knit it to 10 inches, so just a little bit. And then I did the 1 3/4 inch ribbing for the bottom. It doesn't look great, but okay, maybe it looks okay. And yeah, I did go up a needle size for the body and for the lace, and then since I used shorty tips for the ribbing, I just used the size called for in pattern, which was a 3, I believe. And yeah, what you do is you just like cast on. There's no, it's just like a roll over edge. So yeah, I've woven in the like beginning and ends, like on my sleeves and on the bottom, and I wove in this end. I just haven't cut it yet, but I just need to weave in the ends where I've joined. You can see those 2 little holes, and then where the sleeves were added. So that is this. I will actually go ahead and try it on for you guys, and so you can see what it looks like. It won't be totally perfect since it's not fully blocked, but that's okay. And since I have a long sleeve under it, I don't think that's exactly how it's supposed to be worn, but that is okay. So it looks kind of funky with long sleeve under it. I think it looks nicer without it, but there we go. I think I'll block the sleeves a little more just so the lace opens up. But yeah, that's this. And I believe this was a 43-inch bust, and that I'm wearing it, it doesn't feel like a 3 inches, but it might be. I also haven't blocked it, so that's probably why. But otherwise, I really like it. I actually like the yarn too. Is really nice to work with. And yeah, had a great experience. I have my leftovers. I have this much, so like almost like half of a hank left. I don't know what to do with it. It's like a DK sport weight. So maybe I'll get some more and make an alder sweater or some like 2-color sweater with it. So that is this, and I'm really excited. It should be coming out in the next few weeks. I will let you know when I find out, but yeah, really happy with this finished object. So I guess we'll just go into whips, and I'll just keep this on for now. Since I was focused so much on this, I didn't get a lot done on like other projects, but that's okay, I would say. So yeah, I didn't get a lot done on other things, but I restarted, or just like reintroduced myself to these socks. They are just a vanilla sock, 64-inch, and I'm knitting them on US 1.5 2.5 millimeter. It is by the KnittinBro. It's called Wild Thing, and just doing a plain vanilla sock, nothing crazy. Working on the heel right now. You can kind of see the eye partridge heel working up, and I'm about halfway through the heel. So yeah, last time you guys saw this, I was all the way down here. So I'd say I made pretty good progress, and once I'm done with this one, I'll finally have the pair and I will be able to gift them to my husband. And yeah, that's really it. Nothing crazy about these socks. I am using the numbers from the Crazy Sock Ladies magic loop pattern for vanilla socks, but I'm just doing an eye of partridge heel instead of the slip stitch heel. And I did a knit 2 purl 2 cuff instead of a 1x1 in the pattern, and then I do a German twisted cast on instead of a long tail. And I find it's pretty stretchy, especially to get over like the circumference of your foot around your ankle. I always find that to be kind of tricky, but yeah, that's this one. Hopefully I can get it done this weekend. I'm taking some time off of work, so hopefully I get some extra knitting time in. And maybe you'll see a finished pair of socks next week. I won't make any promises though. So yeah. All right. And then the next thing that I worked on is my half and half wrap. And I'm losing stitches. Let me get those on. But I did a little bit of work on this. And I'm also in the middle of a row. So great job, Sarah. So I put in a stitch marker, got right there. So I got like maybe a couple inches in this week. I think this will maybe start to be my mindless knitting. I'm not too sure yet because I do have to cast on for a test, and that will have stockinette, so we'll see. This is pretty easy, and yeah, nothing too crazy. I do like it. I guess some details about it. I am doing the half and half triangles wrap by Purl Soho, and I'm doing it in the recommended yarn. So let's see, this is Rhubarb Pink and this one is Pale Mushroom. And I've done 2 modifications. So for the first one I did German short rows instead of wrap and turns, which I think gives like a really clean edge, and this is the wrong side, so nothing too crazy. And then the other one that I did, let me see if I can find, like, get a good angle. I did just a I-cord edge, a 1-stitch I-cord edge on the side, and I think it looks pretty clean. And yeah, just chugging along on this, and let me move my marker now so I will know where I was for next week. But yeah, that's this guy, and I'll just keep chugging on it, and hopefully it'll be done sooner rather than later. And I'll have to think about what I'm gonna do with the scraps for that. And yeah, lots of larger scraps for things. I might put them up on a D-stash in the Discord that I'm in. Otherwise I'll try to figure out something to do with them. And then I actually have a spinning kind of whip, half-finished object. I talked about this last week, and I actually have finished I finished 2 bobbins. One of them you saw done last week, and then I finished the other one. So I got these guys. I can definitely tell that this one, the gray one, I don't know if you remember from last week, there were some curly cues, and I guess you can see one right there. So this was my first bobbin in a while, and I was able to figure out how to get it down. And then once I got into the second bobbin, I didn't really have any curly cues. That's really it. So I finished the first braid, and that's these guys, and I'm spinning it on my electric eel wheel Nano 2.0, and I have another braid of it right here, and I've already split it. So I am gonna do this one a little bit differently. For these, I just spun down the braid. I didn't split it, but this time I split it in two. So we'll see if that really makes a difference. It might make it easier to spin. And this fiber is from Chameleon Fiber Co. And it was one of their clearance rovings that I got last year. And it is in the color Vintage. I'll link their Etsy shop below. But yeah, I really enjoyed working with this. It is really soft. It is just a merino. It's 19.5 microns, so it's pretty soft, not super wash. So I'll have 8 ounces of this colorway, and then we'll see what I do with it. I've never really spun for knitting a garment, but we'll see. Or like an item. I'm not really sure how much you need. Since I've never done it before, but I'm excited. I want to knit with it eventually. So keeping that in its bag, and I'll keep chugging along. I just need to get started on the next bobbin and just add a leader, because these bobbins don't come with leaders on them. So I might just get some like kitchen twine or something and add them on here. So yeah, that is my spinning finished object slash half finished object. So we'll keep chugging along on this one. All right, so that's really all that I have worked on this week. But I do have a few acquisitions, and I have a future plan. So I guess we can talk about the plan first, and that is what I mentioned last week, which is the next test that I'm going to be casting on, or at least doing a gauge swatch for, and that is the Chloe sweater. I can put up a picture here. It's just a drop shoulder sweater made out of unspun yarn, nothing crazy, just stockinette ribbing. And I'm gonna do v-neck, and I think I'm gonna do a split hem. And yeah, so I was looking, I got my knitted in order yesterday, and I was looking at those and then what I have in stash, and I actually decided on what I wanted to do, or at least with color. And I'm gonna use this one, and I have the bag with me, and I think it's called Tallymugged. I'm not sure since I can't speak I think it's Norwegian. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's like a rusty brown color. And this is the first ball that I've wound off. I've heard that it makes it easier to knit if you wind the cakes into balls. So they come in, or not cakes, the plates. So they come in plates, different sizes. And I normally get 500 grams, so I can knit a sweater out of it. And I'm interested to see how far this will go, because the pattern calls for 500 grams. So yeah, we'll see. And there is some detritus in it, but that's the nature of a natural yarn, so that is totally okay. I can just pick it out like I do with some of the linen in my linen quill, and it's really not that big of a deal. So I got the first ball wound, and I'm working on winding up the second ball, and I should be doing the gauge swatch today and hopefully casting on today too. And really excited. It'll be interesting. I've come across a couple breaks in the yarn already, and I know that you can just like felt it back together, and that seems to be working. Maybe once I reach those joins when I'm knitting it too, I will be a little bit more diligent with the felting, because right now I'm just kind of like lightly felting it together, so we'll see. So that is my next cast on for sweaters, so yeah, looking forward to that. And I guess the next thing, or the last thing, are my acquisitions. So I have four acquisitions, I guess 5, but from 2 orders. And I guess we can go from new to new to din. So I like to keep the bags closed, so I'll put up pictures of the yarn over here. So I got 3 sweater quantities of the new to din. So the first one is Frenzy, which is kind of like a blue, like a light blue color, and I think that would be really nice as just another sweater, I guess. So that is the first guy, and yeah, nothing too crazy. And the next one is Liv Silingen, maybe? I don't know. And that's this one, and this one is like a purpley color. And yeah, I'm looking at my order summary. Yeah, so this one's kind of purpley, and this will be also a nice color for sweaters. I've been getting into purples and pinks and blues, like more cooler toned colors recently, so we will see how long that lasts. And then the last one is, I can pronounce this one, Stika, and this is like a light orange color, and that is right here. And yeah, I thought this one was just really interesting. I really like how with new to din, I'm not sure if you can like see, there's like, it's not just one color necessarily, it's like a blend, so it's a lot more dimensional than just like that. So it'll be really fun to see how all of these work up and just like how the color moves and stuff like that. So that is my new to din order that I got. And then the next order that I got is from Molly Weeks, from 5 to 6 Organized Knits. I think it was 5 to 6 Handmade, but I think she recently like rebranded, and I got 2 things from her that I have been eyeing for a really long time, and I was on the wait list. So the 2 things I got, first one, I got a cable organizer since I use interchangeable needles, and looks like this. And I've already started organizing. I have 2 more zipper pouches left, or open, but I say that each of the pouches could probably fit a few cords. And yeah, I got mine in the denim colorway. I'm not really sure what it was called. And yeah, so what I did for my organization is I did like the tools and stuff, and then my mini, like my shorties mini cords, the regular size mini cords, the small shorty cords, and then more small size. And then I know that I have some like on the needles for other projects, so I've been leaving some of them blank, and then the large ones. So that's really it. I will probably, it comes with little labels, but I might just use my like label maker and write like 14-inch mini or whatever it may be, just so I don't have to open each zipper compartment to figure out what it is. But I am really liking it so far. And then the other one that I got is an interchangeable needle case. So I picked this fabric and I got this lining, and this is the pocket lining, and that's really it. It's nothing too crazy. It holds size US, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, US 2 to US 17. I don't think I'll ever use a US 17, to be honest, but since I do have like some smaller sock needles, there is like a little tiny pocket that's unlabeled, and I'm putting my like smaller sock needles in there, and that's totally worked. And yeah, that's really it about this. Oh, and I guess I also got the extra zipper pockets for my shorties, and it comes with space, and right now I just have some double pointed needles and a crochet hook in here. So that's those guys. That's which ones? These are the shorter shorties, so the 2-inch side, and then I added an extra pocket for the 3-inch size. So that's been really nice to have. And I do have like multiple sets of the smaller guys, so I can fit at least 4 of the small ones, maybe 6, maybe if I got like another set. I don't know if I'll have 6 pairs or 6 needles, but yeah, nothing crazy. And I don't know, it fits really well, and I really like it so far. And the cable organizer just fits in there. And then I also have like a tin from Firefly Knits, I think, with all of my stitch markers and stuff in here as well. So that's really all the stuff from this week. I did also get a package from my swap recipient, and she received my hat that I sent her, and she said she really liked it and it fit, which thank goodness. I was really worried that it wasn't going to fit, and that like it would be too long or too short or something, but she said it fit. And then she sent me over some dishcloths and pot holders, which I can take a picture and put here. And yeah, I'm really excited to use the pot holders. I've never used hand knit pot holders, and I think that'll be really interesting. And yeah, I guess that's really it for today. Yeah, so if you would like to like and subscribe, that would be great, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.